How do you find the arts environment today? You talk about, years ago there was a robust theater network. Obviously, arts as a organization throughout, and not just social arts, but the variety of art organizations throughout Northwest Indiana have evolved quite a bit. How do you find the artistic community today in Northwest Indiana?
I think it's quite healthy. It's terribly underfunded, of course, but that's because we don't have major corporations headquartered here. We don't have the sense of philanthropy that a big city like Chicago, and certainly on the East Coast, where it's like $1 million is a gift of $1 million is commonplace. A gift of many millions of dollars is not all that uncommon. It created a new strategic plan in which they wanted to get their programs and services, in other words, their money, out to all 92 counties in Indiana. So they created this regional arts partner system, and that was they cut the state up into 12 regions, and in some regions there was an obvious partner to pick to identify, because. Down in Lafayette, for instance, there's an organization called the Tippecanoe Arts Federation that served as a regional arts council. But up here, we had never had one. But Sandy Neal, whose husband Gary was the chairman and CEO of NIPSCO / NISORS, as it evolved. Sandy was the chair of the Indiana Arts Commission, and she approached me about South Shore Arts becoming the regional arts partner for our region. And I'd gone to Indianapolis to hear about this new program. I knew that you probably wanted to be the partner in your region because you were the organization that gave the money rather than the one that was supplicating to somebody else. So I thought, yeah, that would be a good idea. But it did require a transformation, and all of the partners went through a 2-year capacity building period to get up and running in this new, with these new responsibilities. Primarily, the biggest one being that we administer the grant program for the state on the local level. And our region is Region 1. We have the smallest number of counties, just 3, Lake Porter and LaPorte, but we have the second largest density of population in that region. So the funding that comes to our region increased from about $70,000 before the partnership to over $200,000 today, not including the money that comes to South Shore Arts directly. So the $70,000 would have included South Shore Arts' share. So it's really more like, well, it's probably more like in the $250,000 or $60,000 range then. So it was a huge increase of arts funding for us in our region. But more than the money, or at least I would say equal to the money, is the community that's been built as a result of that. One of the things we have to do as a regional arts partner is maintain a regional arts council. And this is a group that is comprised of arts organization leaders, volunteers, artists of all kinds. And they come to, we convene that group every other month with a regular formal meeting, and every other month alternating, we have what we call South Shore Arts Chamber of Commerce luncheons, where it's a networking opportunity and people can get up and talk about what they have going on, and people connect, artists. You might run one of the community theaters in Northwest Indiana, but you might have exhibit space in your lobby, and you might meet an artist who then will exhibit in your space. And those little connections happen all the time. So that's been very popular over the last 4 or 5 years. But the council itself was formed in 2000, and it's 24 people, and they advise us on matters relating to the Regional Arts Partnership and our delivery of that program in this region.